Hi everyone, I'm Talia. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time stopping by, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you like this video and you want to see more like it. And if you don't already, follow me on Instagram. That's where you'll get the newest and greatest news over at Brightly Imagined. Hi everyone, I'm Talia and today I'm showing my Happy Planner bullet journal setup, part 2. Okay, so for this video, I wanted to show you my new setup in my classic Happy Planner. I already did it with my big Happy Planner, but I actually changed a lot of the stuff around, so I wanted to show you this one and show you how I'm making it more bullet journal-y for me. I'm really excited about how it turned out because I think it's going to work so well for me, so I wanted to give you the tour. So let's dive in. So when we open it up, I have it set up pretty much the way it came so far. I actually haven't even written my name in there yet. So it's going to just start out like basic Happy Planner. So I'm going to have my cover page, then it goes into the 2 years at a glance, and then after that it goes into the months. Now this is an extension. It actually looks a lot prettier. I'll show you the July. So they're going to be matchy. So it's going to look really classy when it first starts out like that, and I'm going to leave everything like it is, but we're not in July yet, so I'm going to show you with this June, and this is all an extension I added in, but it's basically the same setup that I'm going to have once July and August and all those other months hit. So let me show you what that month looks like. Okay, the first page is just the calendar, and I haven't had time to decorate it yet. I just set it up and left it as it is. I'm going to kind of decorate as I go when I have time, because to me it's a working spread anyway. So I want it to be pretty, but it's not something that needs to happen immediately. I can kind of sticker up wherever there's a blank space. So that's pretty simple. And then we go to the next page, and this is my weekly spread. So I set this up before the pen, and the day I'm filming this is the 1st, so I haven't done Saturday or Sunday yet. Now I set this up as like a daily spread. It has to-do lists and some little notes, but I think that I'm going to change the layout of this, so I'm going to try to use it for goals. So I'm going to have a weekly plan with me very shortly, and I'm going to set this up a little differently. But still the premise is the same. I'm going to go straight from the calendar into the weekly because that's how it does it normally. It goes from the calendar into the weekly. And then the next page is not set up yet because this is a blank insert that I put in, but that is where I'm going to put my daily pages. So today was kind of a free-form day, so I didn't really make my usual daily spread here. But tomorrow I have a lot of things I'm going to be doing, so I'm going to be setting up for Saturday. So I'll write my title and all my info right here, and that'll be my daily spread location. And that's the same way I'm going to do it in the coming months. So we have July, and then it'll be this week. And then you can see I already put in my dot grid paper for my dailies. So that's how I'm going to have it go. And then what's going to happen is once I'm ready to move into this week, I'll pull these pages out, stick them in between the weekly, and actually probably makes more sense if I show you over here. So once this week is done, I would pull out my daily pages, stick them in here because I don't need to look at this anymore, and then I would move on to my next spread. So I would pull all this out. And have my blank spread, and then my new ones would go on the next week. That way I'm constantly flipping from, let me put that in. And the reason I set it up that way is so that I'm constantly flipping from calendar to weekly spread and then to daily spread. And I have a bookmark right here, and it's for today, so I can automatically flip without even opening my journal to my day spread. And then I also have some extra pages here, which are just convenient in case I want to start a collection right away. Okay, but that's the basis of my day-to-day planning. So I'm going to take you now into the exciting part, which are my tabs that I created to house the other collections that are more bullet journaling. So the collections, I have my future log. And I'm actually going to tape an index right here. I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to tape an index right here so that it's not the inside cover of like what's supposed to be a month. It's just going to be a divider. So I'm going to washi tape an index to this and use it for my collections. And then I have my future log and a quote and my chore chart and my chore list, which I haven't quite finished yet, but I'm kind of doing those as I go. And then my birthday chart, which I've set up, but I haven't copied over the dates yet because that's in another planner. So, you know, setup takes a while, especially when it's going to be a permanent one like this one is. And then I had this, I was going to put something else in it, but I forgot what. And then it goes just into regular collections where I'm doing how to manage your home without losing your mind and laundry days, going a little crazy. And then after that, it goes into my months. So there's going to be this section where I keep all my month trackers. So you probably saw me set this up in my, my June Plan With Me video. And originally I had put it in front of the calendar, but I really didn't like that location because then it's hard to flip to the front. So my new idea was to just keep it with collections, which is really my bullet journaling area. And I have my habit tracker, mandala, goals, and YouTube stats. And then I have this month tab, so I will always be able to flip through the current month. So I'll leave the June trackers in here, and then at the end of the month, I'll just put in new pages. And so I'll put in my new pages, and then I'll have the month right there so that I can flip to my July. And that's how I'm going to work that. Okay, and then my next section is my fitness section, and it has a calendar that's kind of blank right now. I wasn't sure what to do with the calendar, so I set it up, but I didn't do anything with it. And then in it, it has the weekly food exercise log where I can track what I'm eating, and my exercise and the water intake, calories, all that good stuff for my fitness goals. So really excited about that section. It's so cute and so much fun to sticker up. So I'll have to show you guys a plan with me of that pretty soon. This section, it's my home section. And in my home section, it made the most sense to me to put my master to-do list because I have all this other stuff that's really home related or organization related, like my daily routine charts. And these are all from Alejandra, so I just kind of wanted to put them together because this is where I'm really keeping track of mostly chores, but a little bit of personal care. So daily routines and weekly routines, and I think I stopped after that. Yeah, didn't set up the rest, but I got my daily and weekly solid, so I'll go and do my monthly when I get a chance. And then I also have my expense tracker. So far today we only went to the grocery store and we hadn't been there in a while, so we got quite a bit. And yeah, so I have my expense trackers there too because I had a separate section for finance, but I really don't track that much. Like, it's not that big of a category for me. For me, the house cleaning and the fitness are the insurmountable tasks that I really need to focus on, and everything else kind of just, like, I figured the budget stuff could go with home, and I'm just kind of running everything that way. So that is the end of my home section. And this section is probably my favorite section, obviously. It's called Happiness. And what I have in here is I have these dashboards that I got, and they're so pretty. Rainbow holographic sheen to them. So the three sections that are in my happiness section are plan, write, and play. And so in this section, on line paper or dot paper, I have both in here. I'm going to be tracking my planning. So I have kind of brainstorms. I have some brainstorms here that I had of what my planner needs to address, and I made all these lists and frequency and stuff. So anything that's planning related or channel related, Instagram, YouTube, any of that stuff will go in here because that's all my bullet journal planning stuff. And then my next section is my writing section. So that's just going to have line pages for me to do my writing, and maybe like a tracker or two if I want to keep track of my work on a project, or outlines if I have them in there, or even Camp NaNoWriMo when it comes up, or just NaNoWriMo in general. I do both, Camp and NaNoWriMo. So when those come up, I'm going to put the trackers in there. And then last is play, and play is going to be kind of an extra section for me that I'm really going to enjoy. It's kind of tracking what I do for myself, or you know, just activities I do to get out, and also just like books I'm reading and movies I'm watching. So it's kind of tracking a little bit of self-care, but also just fun times, because I think that's part of the thing that's missing, is just like, when am I taking care of me and happiness? And that's all part of the happiness thing. It's like I plan and I write, and sometimes I just mess around. I read books and watch movies and get out of the house. So that's kind of just an area to do planning for that. Last but not least, I have my notebook in the back, or my little binder in the back, and I've just been using it for receipts, which is keeping my purse so much nicer to just put the receipts in here and then deal with them later. And I only keep the ones that I'm like, maybe I'll return that, or if it's a coupon or something, and then I don't have to worry about it. So got lots of little nifty things in there. And then I had a few stickers that I stuck at the back. All right, guys, so that was my planner flip through of my setup for my classic size. I'm really excited about how it turned out and how it's going to work for me. So if you like this video, don't forget to give me that thumbs up, and do subscribe, because I'm going to be having a weekly plan with me and my nightly routine and lots of other great stuff on the horizon with this new system. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Goodbye.